Hey YouTube, it's Kimmy Some Sense coming to you with a brand new video. Today I am going to review a couple of items. One, I'm just going to get straight to the chase here, is the, if I can get it to focus here, Ouai. It's the hair and body mist for the St. Barts scent. This has been so highly anticipated because if you have not had the pleasure of one, trying the Ouai products and also trying the Ouai St. Barts scent, it is, to me, it is just summer, it's vacation, it's luxury, it's tropical in a bottle and in a scent. So as soon as I found out this was going to be available, I think it went live on the Sephora website was it May 1st? I think it was May 1st. And so I went ahead, placed my order because I have the other parts of the collection here, which I purchased last summer. I've got the body cleanser. I've got the body cream, which as you can see, it's almost empty. So that is one I am going to do another repurchase on. And then I have the scalp and body scrub. This is the trial size or the travel size. But I wasn't sure if they were going to come out with another, if this was like a seasonal thing last summer when it came out, or if they were going to come out with a new one, or sorry, I should say make it part of their permanent collection. But it looks like they are, since they did go ahead and now release the hair and body mist. So as I mentioned before, the body mist is available on Ouai, OUAI.com, Sephora, and Sephora at Kohl's. Now, like I mentioned before, also, I purchased the other St. Barts items in my collection at Ulta. So I don't know at this point if the mist is just exclusive to Sephora and Ouai.com, but hopefully, Sephora will get on board, or not Sephora, sorry, Ulta will get on board, and yeah, they'll sell it there because honestly, I like my points at Ulta sometimes more than Sephora. But either way, I purchased this from Sephora, shipped probably in 2 days, and I did do my initial spray test, and I loved it. Again, this probably isn't, it's a 3.3 fluid ounce. So it's not, say, the same size that you would get if you were to go to Bath and Body Works. And again, it is pricey for $28, but the collection overall, the layering as a scent, this did last. I think I did one spray to my arm not too long. As soon as it came in the mail, UPS dropped it off. I ripped it open, tested it out, and it lasts throughout the evening. Again, and that was just, I had a different scent on, but this was just, not when I had not prior to using the cleanser, the scrub, and the cream. So I think this will have some longevity, but if you, would rather wait until, if you have like your points you'd want to use, if you have, like any birthday rewards coming up, hopefully if there's, another sale that comes up in the future, let the hype die down probably for a little bit. I think as of today, they still have it in stock. And then there's also deals on Ouai.com as well, to where if you put your email address on file, let them harass you for 15% off. I think that would make it worth it. So yeah, so hair and body mist, so you can just spray it all over. And this is the sprayer here. As you can see, I'll just do a little on my arm. And so it's got a good spray to it, so where, you could probably just do, I'd say even like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, if you're to go up and down your entire body, you could probably get 10 sprays to get you through the day. And so if you have tried this, if you have smelled it and you love it, but you don't necessarily want to commit to the mist right now, I've got 2 other options that may be, a good alternative, because before, Ouai in mid-April, I think, had mentioned that they were going to come out with the body spray or the body spray and hair mist. What I had used last summer when I first purchased these was the Juliet Has a Gun Lust for Sun. So it comes in, I think this is the 3.3. Yeah, this is a 3.3 ounce. It comes in a smaller size as well as like the 1 ounce. And then there's also the travel size. Now, I probably, because I was trying to go easy on the St. Barts scent last summer because I didn't know if they were going to come back out with it again. I was trying to be a little, I didn't want to hoard it, but I also, you know, didn't want to like, again, blow through it. But since it's, again, sounds like it's going to be a permanent option, you know, I had paired the Ouai St. Barts with the Lust for Sun. And they worked out perfectly because they're in the same scent family and I got the longevity from this. I remember I helped my friend at her booth that she has at our local farmers market here in the town where I live. And I remember going to stop by another booth to make a purchase for some items, and someone staying next to me said, "You smell really good." And I was wearing a St. Barts and I was wearing a Juliet Has a Gun Lust for Sun. So it does have some projection. It's that perfect summer scent. It's bright. It's, you know, if you love a gourmand, it is on the sweet side, but it's not that annoyingly sweet side. I believe this falls more so under the fresh solar scent. So it's got that, again, it's very bright. There might be just, again, that hint of floral, but it's going to be like, looking at the notes for both, Juliet Has a Gun Lust for Sun, you know, it's got the Yang Yang, Manoi, and coconut. And then the St. Barts has notes of dragon fruit, orange blossom, tuberose, and Baltic amber. And so I feel like these are perfect for that. And then also, I think I probably already showed this. Yara 2's has the top notes of mango, coconut, and passion fruit. Metal note of jasmine, heliotrope, orange blossom, and base notes of vanilla, musk, and cashmeran. And so, again, if you're looking to try something different, I love the Ouai brand. It's, again, can be a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. It is something that's a little different. You know, they have their hair products. I haven't used their hair products as much, but I have used, again, the body scents. I have the Melrose Place. That's their kind of rose scented, very luxurious, you know, upper class type. I think at Melrose Place, the neighborhood, I suppose. Those are both great ones. Yeah, so I just want to share that exciting new purchase. And next, I am going to go ahead and show what I have been waiting for since I placed the order for it on, gosh, probably at like 1:30 a.m. on May 2nd. All right, so I have opened up the box since the UPS man dropped this off today. I was checking compulsively my email just for an update from hudabeauty.com, UPS, see like, okay, is the UPS man in the area? Because I ordered a few goodies, but what I was waiting for has been, again, the peer pressure, the excitement is the vanilla candy rock sugar. I have to admit, I have fallen down the rabbit hole of the Kayali fragrance rabbit hole, I should say. Because I know there's so many people that have so many differing opinions on the Kayali brand. You know, some feel the fragrances don't last long enough. Some people say you need to let them macerate for a bit if you get them. Others say, you know, it lasts on them. They're, you know, they're also meant to be layered, and kind of agree with a little bit of all of those sentiments. I have right now, I've got Vanilla 28. I've got the Juicy Eden Apple. I've got the Pistachio Yum. And then I did buy some of the minis. I have like the Citrus, I think a Citrus 8. And then all of that started out from also when I purchased the Discovery layering set. I honestly, I like the brand. I do feel like the longevity could be a little stronger. That's part of where the layering comes into place of trying the different fragrances. You know, if you're not comfortable, but you have that curiosity, I know there's a number of sites where they will sell a decant, huda.com on the Kayali side. There are the samples you can buy of the different fragrances, but I think because the hype gets so crazy, you know, it'll sell out in probably days to a week. And there were other releases that I had missed out on that I think for like musk, because I kind of just became familiar with the brand and started buying the brand, you know, this year in 2024. And so there are some that came in a discovery set, like the musk one, that I love the scent of it, but I just have this tiny little one that I honestly, because right now they don't have it stocked on the website, hopefully it's coming back and it's not being discontinued. I want to be able to hopefully get a bottle of the musk. Because I did have to go and resort to buying the travel sizes that someone was selling on, oh gosh, Poshmark. So those will be here soon also. But I did go ahead and, so here's the box. I know if you're familiar with Kayali and you follow Mona on social media, you know, they've just been hyping it up. All the influencers have been hyping it up. And so again, because I have that FOMO, I didn't want to miss out. You know, I easily probably could have just drove to, you know, the Kohl's nearest me. Only, I think there's probably one Kohl's location. Actually, it sells it there. So I don't even actually think it's there. I think it was just at the Sephora that's in my town, and we only have one. So I didn't want to have to deal with all the Sephora kids and all the other crazies that were probably there also. I would have been one of the crazies as well. So anyway, I bought it, wanted to try it. I did the 50 milliliter. And if I don't like it, I mean, I could always resell it to somebody who does want it. But I'm hoping that's not the case. And so the notes for the Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, number 42, which I think that's the number of times it took for them to find the right formula, the right combination of scents to get this, I guess, this formulation. Keynotes are candy pear, sweet violet, bubblegum, white caramel, rock sugar, and vanilla cream. And I just sprayed it on my little scent strip here because I actually purchased them instead of using my cut up index cards. It smells, oh yeah, I like that. So the initial spray is really good. Now, again, this is on the scent strip. I will try some on my arm as well. I for sure get the candy pear. I get the sweet violet. I get that floral. I get the white caramel, that creaminess. I get the sweetness of the rock sugar, and I do get the vanilla cream. I don't get the bubblegum so much, and that's fine by me because I really don't, I don't mind the smell of bubblegum, which again, I know it's, you know, it's been highly promoted that, you know, bubblegum is a note, of course, but sometimes it hits everyone's noses differently. But okay, I do get the bubblegum there, but it's not bad actually. Okay, I really like it. So they call this so Vanilla 28's younger sister. And speaking of the other releases I missed out on the wedding silk santal. I know they have the velvet santal that's still available, which that probably lets you know how much people actually like that one. But I have not been able to find, even on any of the resellers, silk santal, because it's just been that popular and people have just, you know, they've loved it that much. I don't even know if it's truly hype. I think it just sounds like it's just that great of a fragrance. So hopefully she comes out with that again this fall. But I know there's a few other scents that sounds like have been leaked, quote unquote leaked. I mean, I think Mona has a PR background. So, I mean, she knows what she's doing there to kind of, again, get the hype up. I don't think from the descriptions I've seen of those scents, which if I can attach a graphic of those here, I will. But those haven't been appealed. That hasn't really appealed to me too much because there are other summer fragrances I think I like more that I don't think I necessarily want to stray from, but I will if they're in store and I can actually get a sample and sniff that. I totally will. But I just love a good vanilla fragrance. I mean, I know there's so many, I think for some people, they feel vanilla is so basic and, you know, probably one type of vanilla fragrance will do. But to me, it's like having black clothing. You know, you might have a number of different black pants, black tops, but they're all going to be different styles. They're all going to serve different purposes. That's how I feel about vanilla fragrances. They have different scents, different purposes, different formulations. Some are light vanilla, some are floral vanillas, some are truly those gourmand vanillas. Some's kind of like the oudi vanillas, very deep ones. So I'm a vanilla girly. I love the gourmands. That's pretty much what this channel focus. Well, a lot of what I'll end up reviewing, but I'll try and get some other fragrances in here as well. But that's just what my nose gravitates towards. And that's just a scent that makes me happy, to where if it's a crazy day at work, and for all fragrances, probably in general, if it's a crazy day at work, no matter what fragrance I'm wearing, I want to be able to just like now take a good sniff of my arm, you know, center myself, ground myself, and get back to work. So I would say the Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. So this one is for the 50 milliliter. They have the 100 milliliter size, and then there's a 10 milliliter. I think at last check on hudabeauty.com, on that website there, I think maybe just the 10 was left. I could be wrong. I could probably update that in my notes here. But it is selling out. But if you go on to Sephora, it's still there, available, I think, in all the sizes. But there is a pricing difference. Why that is, I don't know. If that's just, again, the agreement that Mona, Kayali, Huda Beauty made. But I think it's also where if you're truly impatient, you want to go buy it in store, you want it now, you know, sometimes that might be the price you pay. However, the shipping from hudabeauty.com, it's incredibly fast. I think it's probably under 2 days. And I ordered it the morning of the 2nd. Today it's the 4th. And so for me, that's awesome. And then additionally, they do have a loyalty program. So if you buy other Huda Beauty products, if you buy other Kayali fragrances, as a website, and you like, you know, you have certain fragrances that you like and you have them on repeat, you can get points. I mean, and it's a great point system. So honestly, you know, based upon what gets restocked, you know, if Musk ever comes back, Silk Santal ever comes back, if I, you know, put a dent in this and I want to reorder, which I don't know, I might, because this feels like this would be a great summer scent. And then if I were to kind of place another order in the fall to, again, have this again for next summer, if it's part of the regular rotation. If not, I may have to buy another bottle and just, you know, go easy on it. You get the point. So I think if you get like 450 points, could be, I think you get like $45 off. I mean, it's really great. So, you know, so if that's something that you want, and if you don't necessarily have points that you want to accumulate at Sephora, then I'd say the Huda Beauty website, you know, that's an awesome, you know, feature for you to have and be able to access, and again, keep buying the fragrances that you love. I will, as far as the vanilla candy, you know, test out the longevity of this. But for right now, I am loving it, because I did probably, I want to say late March, I purchased the Oudgasm Vanilla Oud. And that one I was on the fence about because it's so heavy, but I feel like it's truly a great winter scent. This for sure feels like, for me, a summer centric scent. And I do look forward to trying it, with layering it with some of the other fragrances in the line, because one thing about the Kayali line is that's the intent. Her intent was for you to be able to layer it. I know some people feel a certain way about layering, especially when it comes to longevity, where if you're paying a premium price for a fragrance, you shouldn't have to layer it. It should stand on its own. It should have that longevity. And I agree, but I'm probably just a sucker for their marketing at this point. And the scents are great. And then just also being able to have an understanding of my own body chemistry. You know, you spray it on your body, but you're supposed to also spray it on your clothes as well. And depending upon how new a bottle is, if you let it sit, sometimes I think that helps it mature, helps it macerate and last longer. But I think right now, I would love to be able to have this as part of my regular rotation. Same for as I have for some of the other fragrances. Because also the loyalty, going to that website and getting those points also helps shave the cost as well. So if you don't have to pay full price for anything, by all means, do not. But next I will go to try a couple other fragrances, items that I did order with this, since I was already kind of doing the shipping. So figure might as well throw some other things in there. So I will kind of go over those here in a little bit. All right, so another item, two other items I purchased with my order is the Eden Sparkling Lychee. So the key notes for the Eden Sparkling Lychee is black currant, sparkling lychee, rose damascena, I hope I didn't butcher that, candied violet, sugared amber, and sandalwood. So at the time, I had ordered, I have another one of these. This is a 10 milliliter that I already have. And I combined this with another fragrance that I will do a review on here probably sometime later this month. That's going to be, for me, a perfect summer scent, perfect summer combo. So once I mix those two together, it made, I squealed. It was such a lovely reaction. And also, I kind of did a test layering spray in my bathroom. And when I did that, I think I came back, did some more work. And then when I went back into the bathroom later that afternoon, like the smell, it's like just this fresh, fruity, gorgeous summer scent that made me think like, okay, I need to buy another one of these, because this was the only size that was on the website at that time. However, I ended up going to the Sephora page on Kohl's.com, and they had the 50 milliliter there. So that one's on its way as well. So I'll have two of the 10 milliliters and a 50 milliliter. So this is what I want to know by for the rest of May, because yeah, I've been hitting the fragrance budget a little hard. But I do look forward to, and if you even want to take a guess as to what I paired this with that I'm so excited about, go ahead, leave your guess in the comments, and I'll let you know if you are right in a future video. So yeah, so I did the sparkling lychee, and also, I think when you order a certain amount from the Kayali website, they'll throw in samples. So I had the vanilla 28, and I think based upon how much you order, you might get a few samples, and then based upon what specific item you're ordering. So I think when I ordered for the Oudgasm line, I actually got like a little scented pack of the oud chips that technically you can put in I believe it's a Bacor burner, to truly get some more of that oudy, scent, kind of that very sweet wood, not like very deep smoky scent, not like burning something's on fire, but it's just very kind of like incense, but not as sweet. So yeah. And then the other thing with the Kayali, or the Huda Beauty and Kayali, is they always wrap their fragrances in these little like cardboard and paper netting, and they always stretch. And so sometimes, like, it's like my version of a fidget spinner. Well, I'll just sit at my desk and just kind of play with them. So anyway, that's that there. I think this isn't I think this is the one I sprayed. So so the last item I did end up purchasing with this order was the Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. Now I took this one out of the box because I haven't smelled this one before, so I'm going to do a scent test on this one. I read this is another good one to layer with as well. And again, like I said, I like all the different types of vanilla because there's a different vanilla to fit your mood. And you can always layer other things with it as well. You can layer a fresh and a vanilla, a floral and a vanilla. So I think it's personally, again, it's like a little accessory to me. All right, so spraying this and just letting it air out. All right, this one I'm not as in love with, I can tell you right now. It's okay. Now, honestly, the Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, the scent dominates right now. I feel like, again, with the common observation from those who, you know, have strong feelings about, you know, the Kayali brand, and the lasting fragrance. Okay, yeah, this one's all right. I'm glad I did a little dude on this one. So the notes on this one are vanilla, Sir Absolute, golden rum, creme brulee. Now that is what pulled me into it, because I love creme brulee as a dessert, and I haven't really smelled a ton of fragrances right now with creme brulee as a scent that I easily have access to. I have a wish list of fragrances that have creme brulee, but without me either ordering a decant of it, you know, I haven't really had a chance to give it a good sniff. So creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, which I get the oud, totally get the oud, and the sugar patchouli. So I think it's the oud and the sugar patchouli that are throwing me off. And it's more so the oud, because as I mentioned, the vanilla oud from the Oudgasm line, this is like a lighter version of that, because the vanilla from, yeah, the Oudgasm, it is a heavy oud. And for me, that's not a summer scent. And this one's almost like a late summer, early fall scent. So I will probably see if I can layer this either with some of the other, if I layer this with the vanilla 28, or if I have, you know, some other fragrances in my collection that I will try. So if you don't like a very light vanilla, if you want your vanilla to have some oomph to it, and also probably, I think the oud and the patchouli will also help with the longevity, because it's always kind of, again, I feel like it's just for that base note. It's going to weigh it down, and it's going to give you some more of that lasting power. So again, if you wanted to do this as layering and have your lighter scent on top, you absolutely could. But this one, I will probably try, because she also on here puts like the perfect pairings. It's probably hard to see right now, but this one shows they can pair sugar patchouli and vanilla, white flower and sugar patchouli and juicy apple. And then there's some other suggestions on here that you could pair the pink pepper with vanilla cocoa, amber and musk, elixir and citrus. So she does have their recommended pairings. And again, I feel like that's a great thing sometimes with fragrances, is that, you know, what you have in your collection, it's like, again, for me, it's like clothing, like accessories. You're not going to have, you know, I think you're going to be able to have all the different pieces that they don't just work on their own, but they work when you coordinate it. So if you've got a pair of earrings that can go from night to day, casual to dressy, it's the same way for me, I feel, with fragrances, that, you know, you can have fun with them, mix them. If you don't like it, you know, rinse it off and start all over again. But, you know, of course, practice. Don't do a dry run and then leave the house. It's probably a recipe for disaster, made it smelling like pickles or something. Yeah, if you ever make something that sounds absolutely terrible. So in summary, for the fragrances that I ended up reviewing, this is a yes, but there are other alternatives out there to where if you don't want to pay $28 for 3.3 ounces, you can go with the more truly longevity, like, you know, the items where you can probably get a little more bang for your buck, again, with the Yara Tous, if I'm pronouncing that correct. I might be Yara Trois, either way. The orange Yara. And then also the Juliet has a gun, Lust for Sun. You can get the travel size, you can get the 1 ounce, and then you can get the 3.3 ounce. The cheapest option would be to get the travel size, of course. I believe that's about $30. And this one, I think, goes up to about I think this one was probably about $150. But again, this has a longevity. And this is something that I got, honestly, with it being, for me personally, where I'm from in the Midwest, a summer scent, I could get a year or two out of this when I store it, you know, in the ideal conditions, which usually would be in a cool, dark place. So I might have it in my bathroom, which the humidity is pretty well maintained in there, but have that in the summer, put this away for the fall, winter, and bring it out. So I think, you can make the stretch. And then if you keep an eye out on Save and Marshalls and TJ Maxx, there are several other Juliet Has a Gun fragrances out there. So I think this one it's a few years old. So at some point you may start seeing some of the Lust for Sons, and for sure some of the other Juliet Has a Gun fragrances that are currently out on TJ Maxx and Marshall's websites right now. That may be one that you could probably see out in the future. So that's everything for today. But again, let me know in the comments, is this something that you would be interested in buying, either of these? Have you heard, do you think the buzz was worth it? Is it something that you might want to get or decide to hold off on? Let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.